and welcome back to Addicted To, a new web series designed for you to live your life addiction-free. We're going to look into ways that we can heal our addictions through the traditional methods and a holistic approach. Hi, I'm Selina Stone and I'm certified in holistic addiction recovery. And for the purpose of this series, I teamed up with Charity Collier, a substance abuse counsellor over in the States. Each week, we're going to ask a new question and we're both going to give you our answers. Last week, we introduced ourselves to you and we left you with an assignment to do. We asked you to make a list of all the addictions that you can think of. Today, we're going to define an addiction to you. Let's hear what Charity has to say. Over to you, Charity.
Hi Selina, and hi everybody. I'm happy to be back here and I'm excited to answer this large question of what is an addiction. First, I wanted to share with you a quote that I love by Alan Berger. Addiction is cunning and baffling. Many times its victims do not know they are being stalked until it is too late. In simpler terms, addiction is the continued use of a mood-altering substance or behavior, despite adverse consequences. Your family doesn't want to talk to you anymore, but you still continue to drink. You lose your job, but you still continue to use cocaine. You have no money in your bank, but you still continue to gamble. One is not only physically addicted, but one is emotionally and mentally addicted to their substance of choice. Selina, I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Back to you.
Thank you, Charity. Yes, indeed, this week we are in agreement. An addiction is any thoughts, behaviours or substances that we return to even though it is not in our best interest. Now, I'd like you all to get really clear here on what an addiction is. So I'm going to give you a few examples. When we're talking about thoughts, that's things that are in your head, things that are running around in your mind. They're not actually here in the physical world. That's things like low self-esteem, fear of not having enough money, stress, worry, anxiety. They're all things that are in your head. When we talk about behaviours, that's actions that we take, things that we do. So gossiping, lying, surfing the internet, gambling. They're actions that we take here in the physical world that are not good for us to do. When we talk about substances, that's things that we take and we put into our body even though it's not good for us. Things like alcohol, drugs, narcotics, fat, sugar, salt, and there's so many more. In layman terms, any repeating thoughts, behaviours or substances that are not good for us that we keep returning to becomes an addiction. So there you have it. You've now heard two sides of the story, 2 points of view, from the holistic approach and the traditional methods. You may have discovered a few more addictions today that you hadn't originally considered as one. So, in preparation for next week, we would like for you to revise your current list of addictions and continue to add more to it. For the first step in healing our addictions is being aware of them. Well, that's all we have time for this week. In the meantime, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be notified when our next session is aired. Until then, hasta luego!